Hey, let's get right into it. If you're watching this, this is a sign from God. You might be going through the hardest breakup ever. You might be having doubts about your school. You might be having doubts about your business or your job or a certain relationship. And I'm here to tell you that it's going to be okay. It's really funny. Sometimes we need stories to make sure we get that reassurance. All right. And that's what I'm here for. Again, this is off the top of my heart. No scripting, just telling you what I've experienced and what I truly believe to be true for you. So if you're watching this, first of all, welcome. You've come to the right place and you're going to be okay. In fact, you're going to be more than okay. Because what I'm about to tell you in this video, I hope it'll make sense and it'll click the way it did for me. I remember going to church. It was probably the third time I've ever been to a church in my life. And the pastor said, God takes care of the birds and the animals, the worms. Why would he not take care of you? I've never been, for a while in my teenage years and later on in my 20s, early 20s, a religious person. I thought this God stuff or praying stuff might be voodoo, and it's just not for me. It wasn't until I grew up, went through some hardships, and realized that believing in God is the ultimate strategy. And what I mean by that is you're no longer alone. Your doubts, your fears, your anxiety, your questions, you're no longer alone with those. And it might feel like you are, especially if you're not a religious person. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. God does have a plan for you. And with time, you will open your heart. You will get answers. You will be okay. I remember when I was starting my first ever YouTube channel, the one that I got the plaque for over here, I was questioning whether this is going to work out or not. I was 19 years old with lots of doubt. I would wake up in the mornings, it was hard to breathe because I would hear my mom and dad leaving to work and my sister going to school. And here I was, this new YouTuber with 30 subscribers, and doubt and anxiety was starting to take over me. Now I can look back and show you the plaque and say that it worked out. I made more money than I thought I would make, and I built a great community. And here I am doing it again, starting from scratch with this channel, Miracle Relationships, at 8 subscribers. I'm so grateful. It's so easy to get caught up in the doubts and in the uncertainties and whether something will work out or not. What you got to notice is that everyone around you is facing that. When I uploaded my first video just a couple days ago, I didn't know if anyone would watch. And now I've started to make a friend. Joseph, if you're watching this, what's up, man? He commented on both my 2 last videos. The key is to keep on going. Put one foot after the other and know that God truly does have your back. You've got him in your corner, and even in the toughest times, especially in the toughest times, I want you to close your eyes and pray. Even if it doesn't feel normal at the time, but say, God, I don't know if you're there, but I'm going through this doubt, going through this tough time. My goals are not matching my outcome, and I need you. I need you to show me a way. And he will show you a way, guys. Let my story be an example. Before this YouTube channel over here, it was with school, wanting to get into my best program. It was so competitive. Out of 4,500 people, they only accept 160. The probability of that was lower than getting into Harvard. But I remember talking to God, and I got in. And sometimes God won't give you what you ask for. But I want you to, at that moment, look at that there's something better for you. And even if you have to trick yourself, say, you know what? I prayed for this, but I didn't receive it. It's okay. God has something better for me. And I promise you, 1 year, 2 years, few months, you will look back and say, yeah, that was true. God really did have something better for me, didn't he? You'll kind of be thankful that it didn't work out. We all have our struggles, our doubts, and I'd like to know more about yours. If you're watching this right now, I'd really appreciate it if you take the time, tell me a little bit about yourself. If you stumbled upon this video, I want to know, what's your age? What's something that you're struggling with right now? And hopefully as people start to do that, you will notice in the comments that there's people of all ages with all different kinds of struggles. I used to think, old people are so lucky. They just get to sit home, they're retired, and they don't have to do anything. But Their struggles, their doubts is, am I going to live another day? Am I going to see my grandsons? Am I going to fall by accident and break my hip and that's the end of it? Or am I going to be able to sleep? What am I going to do with all this pain? So they might not be having per se financial struggles or having to go to work every day, but that's what they're struggling with. And then young people, they're healthy, but we've got our struggles. Am I going to be able to marry this girl? Does she like me? What am I going to do at school for work? And what will keep you going is believing in and selling it to yourself that God can take care of the birds and the worms and he can take care of you. And that's actually in the Bible. It's very powerful. I want you to, when you feel unworthy, unloved, just remember, God is there. And I'm here as well. I'm rooting for you. Keep building those miracle relationships, and I'll see you in the next one.